It's week 5 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Max Melton. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Cards and the Texans, next on Madden Football.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
Ritter slides down, and he has enough for the first. That's good for 28 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Benson running right. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the give, it's Benson. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Zone read, here's Benson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Ritter from the gun. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And now another one thrown incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And just shutting him off there. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator of the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. That grab, another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. 2nd and 10. Another run here with Benson. Only able to get it to his own 20 after breaking through the contact. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now 3rd down and 7. Ritter to throw it. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Cardinals at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 83 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Ritter will set up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Garrett Williams, the one who was there on the coverage. Here's 2nd and 10. You look at this Arizona defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on third down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, right back to Benson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Benson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Offense.
So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They work now on 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Ritter. And Wilson with it, complete. Gets through, and now an opening. Still going. And finally down at the 32-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Ritter with it after the play fake. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Houston set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Texans football to start quarter 2. 2 yards to go, second down. As they've got it as we resume action. Running left, it's Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Houston.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They're going to look to throw. That one complete. It's Tank Dell.
The pass on first down. Complete to number 3, Dell. A gain of 9 brings up second down.
2nd and 11. And his throw is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So if you like field goals, you've come to the right spot. We've had 3 so far.
Well, this is a football game, right?
It is.
You like that one, huh? You like where I went with that? How about that one?
I like it.
Okay, but hey, let's face it. In this game right now, both defenses have responded well. They're trying to hold the line on this. You just wonder if anyone can break through with a touchdown and put some pressure on their opposition.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Ritter. Pass complete there to Harrison. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
And here comes the Texans now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Texans.
He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
This goes out wide from Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Ritter now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A short one here, caught by McBride. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They run over center with Benson. Down to the 42, second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now a give right side. Hale. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Hale taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to throw, Ritter. And Jones has it over the middle. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Ritter to throw it. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll drop to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Hale. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Diggs with a good footwork. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw again. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, where it was the Seahawks who were able to get the victory at home. Kenneth Walker, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now a stoppage for an injured player. A lot of people holding their breath on this one right now. That's Stephon Diggs who is shaken up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mixing up the middle. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. The Texans send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hale, and this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Up the middle they go. It's Hale, and down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's complete to McBride. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Ritter will set up to throw it. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. They find some open field here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw here. To the right side and caught by Dell. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
First down, Houston.
Inside handoff to Mixon to the 27-yard line.
On the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Texans first down.
They'll look to throw here. To Mixon on the check down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Fights through him. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hale. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Working from the gun, Ritter. A short one here, caught by McBride. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Ritter. He completes it to Jones. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This now a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll begin by running the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd and 14. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll complete this one to Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back to throw now on first down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Mixon running right. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The football going back over to Arizona now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2nd down and 6 now. Ritter. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Back to throw, Ritter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 11. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's taken on the 25. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Now a handoff up the middle. Hale. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Ritter now. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. And now out comes Houston. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 40-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
On the handoff, Benson running right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ritter back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Benson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Desmond Ritter taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Texans 1st down.
Back to throw here.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become...
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Cards will take over possession here up at the 44. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Another run here with Benson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Zone read. Here's Benson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Benson. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on them to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee goes Ritter, and that should be enough to finish this one off.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Arizona, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.